It was a high summer night in 2007. I was standing on a friend's rooftop in Hell's Kitchen, basking in the glare from nearby Times Square, which bounced off the glass-sided skyscrapers and lit up the night around me. I was drunk. There was a similarly intoxicated group of old friends surrounding me, wine flowing and music playing, and the sweaty embrace of an August evening in New York cradled me. I was 24 years old. I considered myself a writer, but I hadn't written anything of note except a few poems and some essays that had earned me scholarship money and minor recognition at the undergraduate level. I had a BA in English literature with a minor in philosophy, a year of volunteering experience, and several positions as an administrative assistant under my belt. I had absolutely no plans for the future, nor did I have a job. But with the buzzing energy of New York thrumming through my system, I wanted to grab my ambitions by their necks, squeeze out the drops of talent I'd been squandering, and get into the game somehow. I had just returned to the city after 2 years, having graduated from one of its several universities in 2005, and then wandered off to collect life experiences elsewhere before crawling back, tail between my legs, about a week earlier. I'd left Chicago in a haze of depression and self-medication, and landed in a sweltering apartment in a filthy building in Harlem with my boyfriend and 2 grad student roommates. I had no prospects, no plan, and nothing to do other than accept whatever cash might deign to come my way. In short, I was a mess. "Samantha," I slurred to the friend whose shoebox of an apartment downstairs was notable mostly due to its exceptionally well-placed roof. "Do you know anybody who's looking for a writer? I need a job." She cocked her head to one side, evaluating me. We'd known each other since high school, and though we'd never been particularly close, she knew me pretty well. A country girl with a flair for the dramatic, a wide rebellious streak, and a need bordering on compulsion to write. "Well," she replied slowly, considering each word, "I do have a friend who's looking for writers." I perked up. "Yes, give them my name." "Well," she said again, tilting her head to the other side, "it's at a magazine." "I can do magazines. Hook me up." A pause. She straightened her head and looked me dead in the eye. "It's at a porn magazine." I blinked and tilted my cup to my mouth. This required more wine. A vision of what writing for a porn magazine would entail formed hazily in my mind. There would be parties, I thought. Elbow-rubbing with sophisticated types and sexy new friends, surely. I would probably be, within a matter of months, the coolest person I knew. Probably the coolest person anyone knew. An exotic, interesting, worldly, very, very cool porn journalist. Little did I know that at that very moment, the porn industry wasn't particularly exotic, worldly, or cool. As a matter of fact, it was just as much of a mess as I was. A hot, sweaty, confused, desperate mess. As I've spent years watching it from my particular vantage point, halfway in and halfway out, I've come to realize that it has always been a mess, and will likely always be a mess. Not because of the literal messes of bodily fluids or the ethical ambiguity in which it exists so much, but because it is a mess of an industry. I don't mean that as a put-down, rather as a statement of fact, and really of wonder that it has clung on as tenaciously and successfully as it has, through the near-constant shitstorms that have always plagued it. Pornography may not really be that exotic or that cool, but it is just as interesting as I hoped it would be that night. It is as vast and varied as the city of New York, as disorganized as the mind of a 24-year-old writer. It has no agreed-upon leader, no formalized code of conduct, no entrance exam or standard for advancement. The only rule, really, is to follow the money in as safe a way as possible, with the word safe being a very malleable term indeed. Perhaps the only trait its denizens have in common is a genius for finding a way forward, toward the money, through technology, media, and the marriage of the two. That and a very high libido. But I knew none of this on that roof in 2007. At the moment in question, with my red Solo cup at my lips, all I saw was unbounded opportunity reflected by the electric skyline. "Fine by me," I said to Samantha at last, trying to sound as if I weren't mentally foaming at the mouth for the job. "Give him my name. I'm into it."